We're going to move along now to the fight of the year. And this was a tricky one. There were a couple ones that were on my short list. In fact, initially, I was thinking, believe it or not, of going with Jones DC too. I thought that was a great fight. I was on the edge of my seat. I was riveted. I was nervous. There was a lot of intrigue. It was a entertaining fight. It was a remarkable finish. The Cormier knockout, all that and more. But I do believe that what happened afterwards to John Jones kind of takes it out of the running. So I took it off my list. Other ones that I considered: Yancy Medeiros against Alex Oliveira, a fantastic fight at UFC 218. Also that night, Justin Gaethje and Eddie Alvarez. That was a fight that had a lot of buzz, a lot of hype going into it, and it lived up to it. That was a great fight. Another fight that I thought was fantastic: GSP Bisping. That was a phenomenal fight. And like the Jones DC fight, not a lot of barroom brawling, so to speak, not a lot of, fighting in a phone booth, but riveting, a great finish, 3 rounds, all that and more. Lando Venata against David Tamor. That was a great fight back in the, March, I believe, UFC 209. Dustin Poirier against Jim Miller at UFC 208. How about that fight? How about Darren Elkins and Mirsad Bektik? How about TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt? How about Chris Cyborg and Holly Holm? How about Brandon Gertz against Derek Campos? There were a lot of great picks this year. But in the end, I went with a fight that happened in July. I went back to my emotions that night, watching that fight at the T-Mobile Arena, seeing it play out, seeing it go back and forth, seeing both men punch each other with everything they had and refusing to go down, seeing the ups and downs, at one point thinking one guy was going to win, other point thinking another guy was going to win. In the end, Justin Gaethje beat Michael Johnson in what I thought was the 2017 Fight of the Year, and we are kind enough right now to be joined by the one and only Justin Gaethje. Justin, how are you? Congratulations on winning the Fight of the Year, I should say, award.
Yeah, thank you. Almost Fighter of the Year.
Yes. You think that if you win that fight against Eddie Alvarez, you win the Fighter of the Year?
Probably. Number 5 and number 4, take them out, coming in, probably.
Okay, well, let's talk about the positive. It came down to me to 3 fights. It came down to you versus Michael Johnson. It came down to Yancy Medeiros against Alex Oliveira. And it came down to you versus Eddie Alvarez. If you were in charge, what are you picking as the Fight of the Year?
I think you got it right. I think me and Johnson was the best fight of the year. He wobbled me twice bad. And, I came back and finished him. He'd never been finished before. Newcomer coming to the UFC, a lot of unanswered questions. So, it had everything it needed to have to be Fight of the Year, I think.
How many times have you watched that fight?
After it happened, I probably watched it like 8 times.
Yeah. You enjoy watching it?
Yeah, I did. I enjoy watching the whole show pretty much. I like to get home and watch it on my TV. I didn't get this last one on TV, so I haven't got to watch it on like a real TV yet. But my phone is doing just well.
Were you nervous going into that fight because it was your debut? Are you the kind of guy who gets nervous?
No, I was as stupid as it sounds, and every fighter's going to call me a liar because I would call myself a liar. But no, I was so confident in my preparation and my skills and my skill set that I was ready. I said it before I lost. I didn't care if I lost. So, that's one thing that I think fighters are scared of is losing. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'll be scared of that next time. But, I wasn't scared of losing necessarily. I knew my preparation was there. I knew my skills were there. And, it was. I love fighting in Las Vegas. I hope I fight in Las Vegas many times in the future.
Okay, so you won my Fight of the Year. I think a lot of people picked that fight. I saw some others pick Medeiros Oliveira. I saw some others pick you versus Eddie Alvarez. It's crazy that you're in, the finalists for 2 Fights of the Year. I also gave you my Round of the Year, and this one was really tough, but I went with Round 2 against Michael Johnson. Same fight, Round 2, the round in which you finished him. Because people forget, you go back to that round, and I rewatched it a couple days ago. I thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, he had you rocked there at the beginning. You really came back almost from the depths of a finish, right? He had you seriously rocked at the beginning of that round.
I'll never be able to answer the question to myself how I didn't go to sleep when he hit me with that left hand.
Wow.
I don't understand it. I still don't understand it.
Okay, so of the choice, because Round 1 could have been Round of the Year, Round 2, all 3 rounds against Eddie. Did I get this one right? Because this was a tough one. Even the Medeiros, the round 1 with Medeiros and Oliveira.
Round two was a great. Round 1 of the Medeiros and round 2 wasn't very good, but round 1 was really good at that fight.
Yeah.
That would have been a good choice. But yeah, I think it had the same things. I got really rocked and then came back and finished him. So yeah, it has everything that makes us fans of MMA love to watch the sport. It's what it had.
Do you remember the final seconds of that fight against Michael Johnson where it seemed like he was going to go down and not go down and then he finally goes down? Are you talking to yourself? Are you saying like, please just go away, let's end this? Like, what are you saying? Do you remember any of that?
I remember, the one thing I ever see now that I got my eyes fixed, these last 2 fights, I'm able to see facial expressions in a fight. And yeah, I could see, I could see him, like he was over it. He wanted out. And yeah, it was just a matter of time. But no, I never had a thought process. Just, don't get too overzealous really, because that's when I'm going to get in trouble and take another big left hand. I didn't want to eat another one of those left hands. That's for sure. So yeah, it was good. It was perfect. I remember being there and just remembering pretty much a culmination of events, everything coming together, and and then he dropped, and right when they get the whole process after the fight, going and doing the interview, it was just such an adrenaline rush. My eyes were all dilated, they were all worried, but I've done some research. I'm pretty sure that was my adrenaline just shooting through my veins. So yeah, it was a good time, man. So memory I'll never forget.
When did you get your eyes fixed?
I got it fixed probably like a year ago.
Okay, and you notice a difference in terms of like how you fight or how it helps you fight?
No, not just in the things that I noticed, like facial expressions, the brightness of the lights are really the only 2 things that I've noticed now since I've got my eyes fixed.
And I'm just curious, Michael Johnson, you've faced a lot of great fighters, hard hitters. Is he the hardest hitter you've ever faced? As far as punching is concerned?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Paul Amino actually hit harder than he did.
Oh, really?
I'm still give him credit. Yeah. I mean, he threw Michael's, awkward timing, awkward angles, really fast. But yeah, he doesn't have a lot of, there's weight behind it, but there's not a ton of weight behind his punches. But yeah, Paul Amino, he throws them from starts at the ground and the power runs to his hands, and yeah, he hits hard as heck. So
incredible.
He knows how to punch, that's for sure. I would say it's him. Eddie Alvarez knees the hardest.
Okay, interesting. Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Our producer New York Rick, I believe New York Rick, did you give Justin Gaethje and Michael Johnson the fight of the year?
I did indeed.
You did indeed. Now, what about your round of the year? Did you give it to Justin Gaethje?
I did not.
Wow. What about that? Who did you give it to? Tell us.
I'll reveal later.
Go. Tell him. He deserves to know.
I gave it to a fight from Invicta, actually.
Invicta? Okay.
Callie Robbins versus Sharon Jacobson. And if you haven't seen it...
I mean, this is a hipster pick if I ever heard one.
No. You watch it and you tell me.
Justin, have you seen this fight that he's referring to?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm going to have to go watch it.
Go watch it. Callie Robbins versus Sharon Jacobson. It's short. It's less than a minute, but it's incredible.
Wait, so you gave the round of the year to a 60-second fight?
I did.
Oh, come on.
I did.
What is this guy? Unbelievable.
A few years ago, you'll remember I gave Lineker and I forget who. Yeah. The 2-minute fight round of the year. Listen, go watch it and then tell me.
Where was Gaethje Johnson on your list?
Number 2.
Okay.
But I did have Justin again in promo of the year later in the show, and we'll show it on video.
Which promo? Tell him.
Oh. Justin's quotes from the summer kickoff press conference was my promo of the year.
Wow. Do you remember this, Justin?
I do remember. Yeah, that was my first event with UFC. I don't know how I killed it in the promo department, but
why did you pick this?
We'll show it later. Okay. Well, Michael sets him up. He talks about coming to kill somebody, and Justin had an interesting reaction when Michael Johnson said he was coming to kill him.
You remember this, Justin? You remember this?
I want to die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
I said, please make my wish come true.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. What a year for you, Justin. Let me ask you right before I let you go, any plans yet for 2018? What's on the schedule? What do you got? What's your plan?
Get in shape again.
Okay.
Do it again.
Any fight plans? Any wishes?
No, I don't have any. Nope.
You're taking a break, right? A little bit of a break?
Yep. Yeah, I'm taking a break. Snowboarding, golfing, hunting. Couple things I couldn't do while I'm in camp. And then back to it. I'm sure I'll get the itch sooner rather than later. I said I wanted to wait around until June, July, but I'm sure I'll get the itch sooner.
You have an opponent in mind or too soon?
It's too soon, but we'll see how things play out. I want to beat up Michael or whatever his name is, Kevin Lee. That's who I really want to beat up.
Really? Why him?
I don't know. I just like punching Loudmouths in the face.
Okay. All right. That's a great fight. I like that fight.
Quite full of himself.
Yeah. Have you had any run-ins with him backstage or anything?
No. First and only time I met him, I was nice, and then he talked shit and said I was fanboying over him. He doesn't know what just showing people respect is, but yeah. So I'll never show him respect again. That's for sure.
Where did you see him?
At the summer kickoff.
Oh, okay, okay,
that kickoff presser.
When he had the whole thing with Michael Chiesa.
I had no idea who he was.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like a kung fu star. I thought he was a movie star.
All right. Well, I love that idea. Are you a big resolution guy? Are you big like, oh, this year I'm going to do this and that? I don't feel like you are.
No, I try to just do better than yesterday.
All right. Well, you had a great year. Congratulations, Justin.
What's the resolution?
I just want to be a better person and a better father. That's all.
That's a good one.
And I want to cover the sport better.
I think you do all right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Remember around this time last year, I appreciate that very much. I saw you in Detroit. You remember? Not Detroit, Toronto. We were sitting in the stands in Toronto. You weren't even in the UFC yet. You've come along a very long way in 365 days.
Yeah, I came up to you to do an interview, I think.
Yeah. No one even knew who you were back then. Just kidding.
Still don't.
No, now you're like a fan, like you're like a cult hero now in the UFC. It's amazing. Do you feel like your life has changed?
I agree. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it has. You're one of the fan favorites.
The UFC absolutely brings. I mean, they're the hype machine.
Yeah,
they're good at what they do. I mean, yeah, a lot of things have changed, but at the end of the day, still living in a one-bedroom apartment, still hanging out, so it's all good.
Well, it was a great year. Congratulations to you and your team. We just had Rose on. She won 3 awards. She won Female Fighter of the Year, Upset of the Year, Feel Good Moment of the Year. Your team is killing it these days. You guys are, and your coach deserves a lot of credit as well. Trevor Whitman.
Who won Coach of the Year for you guys?
I can't get into that just yet. We'll wait on that. But he was certainly on the short list. Yeah, he's on the short list. He had a great year, no doubt about it.
He hasn't got years that he's deserved it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I certainly agree with that. 100%. He's had a great year. The whole team's had a great year. Congratulations to you on a phenomenal year. Looking forward to what's next for you in 2018. And thank you for doing this on short notice. I appreciate it, Justin.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
All right, there he is, the one and only Justin Gaethje, as my Diamond MMA sperm thing fell. Did you see that? Did you see it fall? I don't know what that means, but I'll just leave it there.